about Karrion Kross and Scarlett Bordeaux. We talked about this last week that the new book was coming out. I've picked up the book. I haven't had a chance to start it. I will have it knocked out by the time we record next week. But I'm big fans of these guys in real life. And I didn't think it made much sense last week when we were talking that they would leave. I just assumed that it was going to be a bit for Unreal. We're going to work the boys. We're going to have a big surprise. I just assumed he would show up at TNA last night. I just assumed he's going to show up this Saturday night at Triple Mania. I just assumed maybe there'd be some other place like a GCW show where he's going to work outside the tent, do a Brian Pillman loose cannon thing and come back. That's what I thought. That's what I expected. That's kind of what I hoped for. But now I'm not so sure. A new deal was on the table for Karrion Kross and Scarlett earlier this week, according to Mike Johnson, who says they've now been moved to the alumni section of the roster. And we heard last week that internally they'd been moved off the roster, but I thought, I think they're just setting up something. But Karrion Kross actually went on his YouTube channel and said something like he expressed interest in renegotiating in early January with WWE. He said something along the lines of, I think it's crazy, preposterous for anyone to think that I wouldn't want to be here or go somewhere else. It's frustrating because, you can express your interest to stay and be here and do things, but I'm not going to beg. I've made it very clear. So many months have gone by and I've never had a single conversation about it until recently. And I don't even feel the conversation I had recently was an actual serious one. The conversation made me really angry because I just didn't feel like it was a real conversation. Somebody contacted me and we briefly discussed. It was a very short conversation and the conversation was done and there wasn't really anything discussed of any substance. And that really, actually it didn't make me angry and it didn't make me upset. It just really profoundly disappointed me. And that makes me feel like, oh shit, this might actually be real. And maybe it's not a storyline. But Dave Meltzer's coming out and he's pretty much saying, I think it is. He says he's doing a lot of media because his book came out on Tuesday. The people who are doing interviews with him are being told it's not WWE that's sending him on the tour, it's ECW Press. And they've basically said you cannot ask any questions about his contract situation, his WWE situation. So lots of people, myself included, this time yesterday, I'd have pretty much bet anything I owned that, this is a work. Don't get caught up on this. It's going to be a great story. It's going to be a big reveal, but don't invest a lot of time, effort, and energy into it. Just let the story play out. It'll be fun. But now that I'm thinking about it, maybe I've allowed myself to buy into the idea that this is real. Because if you go back and you take a look at what Endeavor did with the UFC when they acquired it all those years ago, the pay for the performers got cut drastically. They're trying to deliver shareholder value. Guys were making less money. They could no longer have sponsors on their trunks and things like that. It was a different company after that. And we've talked about it a little bit before, Jeff. I think you could argue this might be the most crowded roster in a long time. You've got so much star power, so many tools at your disposal. This might just be a money issue. I don't think it's necessarily he wasn't offered anything. Even Mike Johnson is saying a new deal's on the table. I think they're just far off on money. So I'm wondering what is next for him. For a variety of reasons, I don't know that he lands in AEW. I would love to see him in Triple Mania this weekend. I think you might too. But I kind of thought he might be back in TNA, and I know they have history. That's not always smooth and silky, but there's a different management there now. I don't know. What do you think is next for Karrion Kross? And do you think, like I do, that eventually he is back and they'll reverse engineer it? And instead of this being a worked shoot, it'll be a shoot that turned into a work. That sounds silly to even say. I hate using words like that, but that's kind of the way this feels to me. He winds up back there eventually, maybe like a Matt Hardy situation 20 years ago. What do you think, Jeff?
I have not followed it as closely as you have, but if he was given the ability to write a book, that was under WWE's watch. Here's what I like most of all. It is become a story that people are engaged in. And with Raw, SmackDown, NXT, TNA, AAA, he ain't going nowhere. And I think the deal's already done and agreed upon, and they're navigating this worked, shoot, worked, regardless. It's one and the same. The Seth Rollins situation, that they are, and look, I'm a big believer in go back to Jesus, way well. I didn't come up with it. I'm mirroring what I was taught in the territory, and they were mirroring what they were taught. They're blurring the lines as much as possible, and I'm all for it. Do I know what's real and what's not real? No, but I'm damn sure intrigued and trying to learn and observe that they've got people engaged. And Kevin has had a lot of TV time over the last however long, and getting people engaged in engagement. And, you know, it goes without saying, the Brock stuff and the, we've talked about it the last couple of weeks, pushing people's buttons and using, look, me and Kevin Sullivan, not wrestler Kevin Sullivan, production Kevin Sullivan, you know, we did a little thing behind the scenes at TNA like 08 or 09 and blurring the lines. I think it's great, and I think we're going to see a lot more of it. And and that's what I'm saying. Like, when you say it's a storyline, that just kind of gives the credence that, I almost want to say it's disrespective, but they are operating in the sphere of the professional wrestling industry, and they're doing a pretty damn good job of blurring the lines. And I think that's good for business.
I think it's great for business. I do wonder how much of this is, I mean, it feels like it's just a financial situation and they'll get together. But well, as you're saying, you think they already have.
I think it's a done deal. But how do we like our television, our reality television? Nice and scripted. I think this is going to be a potentially very intriguing Unreal segment or storyline or thread, because I think when you bring that into which we have, it's into the, you know, we used to have Nitro and Thunder and, you know, A show and B show and C show and Saturday morning superstars and challenge and all this. Well, Unreal is now shoulder programming. What is Unreal designed to do? Point toward building the brand. I think this is a story that's playing out that we're going to continue to see. Oh shit, I remember. Oh yeah. Remember when Kevin Kross and he did this and he went on the book tour and he said this and this and this. Hey man, let's look in the writer's room and see how they came up with this stuff. Man, they got us. I think it's all, on some level, it all goes together. And I'm here for it. That's a damn compliment.
SaveWithConrad.com.
My name is Rajiv. I'm in Sacramento, California. I came to Save with Conrad because I've heard Conrad talk about how he helps people all the time save money and the best route to go for getting some mortgages and finances done. And having heard so many different testimonials in the past, it made the most sense to go this route. We were in the market for a new house and we wanted to know what we could afford. So we spoke with Steve and then Diane to get through the pre-approval process to see what we could afford. And then once we were able to understand that aspect of it, that was when we were able to shop around for a house to get a mortgage through Save with Conrad. Everybody on the team was great. Everybody really explained everything fully to where it was more in like layman's terms to where I could understand it as someone not in the business or having shopped around for houses too many times. So being able to understand every step of the process and talking with everyone on the team about that was really, really helpful. And it made me feel really confident that I was going the right route. I would definitely recommend Save with Conrad to others. I know that sometimes people look at it and they go, oh, they're based in Alabama, what could they help me with? But I'm out here in California and they were able to square everything away and get things done really quickly, as opposed to sometimes even people out here don't move as quickly as the Save with Conrad team. So everything was really well done, really efficient, and I would definitely recommend Save with Conrad to others. My name is Rajiv. I'm in Sacramento, California, and I was able to get into my dream home with SaveWithConrad.com.
NMLS number 2129, Equal Housing Lender. SaveWithConrad.com.